Hi guys, Lord Beardo, Loot Nation. We're going to talk about loot bases today. The last video I covered war bases, which excludes caring about all your storages and your dark elixir because you're mainly just trying to stop bases from getting multiple stars on you. But today we are going to be looking through loot base, and there's a big difference with the way that you want to set your bases up here. I'm going to show you a couple attacks that were put onto me and then my revenges against said people. So this guy here, typically when you're dealing with loot bases, most of the time you're going to have armies that try to barch you. The walls are very important when it comes to your loot base. A lot of people don't think they are, and usually those people don't have high walls. Once you get the walls up, you can stop giants from coming through and taking any loot from you, just because the hit points on the walls are so high that people don't even really realize how high they are per piece. I was doing some number crunching, talking about it a little bit with the clan last night. So I went back through and I was looking at some stuff. And you want to make sure that the lowest wall that you have on your base is purple. If you don't plan on playing the game a ton and you know you're not going to get all the way up into Lego walls or strobe walls or the blue walls, and you want to at least get to purple. Now, to run some of the numbers off for you, one single purple wall is almost as strong as 3 maxed wizard towers, and one single skull wall, which is 500 hit points more than the purple, is stronger than 3 all black cannons. So when you start to think about it in terms of that, you know, your giants, they're going to be required to do a lot of damage on these, walls as they get deeper inside of the base. As you see right here, this guy couldn't really get it going with his wall breakers. He only got a couple walls open, and then my defenses are just picking stuff up. And he's a Town Hall 9. He's got the barbs and the archers at level 6, and I'm doing a very good job stopping him, and I'm not even that far through Town Hall 9. So you're preventing certain armies by having your walls upgraded and by continuously upgrading your defenses, and that is more important in my opinion than dealing with your base design. That's just what I think. I think you could play around a lot with the base designs. I think that this anti-hog movement that took over everything, now that the hogs are nerfed, you can kind of get away from that in these big open chambers in the middle. I just don't see that they're that effective. You can just place your big bombs more strategically to stop the hogs, and then it's almost become more of like an air defense game. Everyone's been using a lot of mass dragons and balloons with the dragons, in Town Hall 9, Town Hall 10, and they're able to get these 2 stars because the hogs don't really work that well anymore, as long as you have a nice spaced out base with some trap placement inside the middle. You see here, this guy's base is wide open on the inside, so it was very easy for my giants to move around as long as I keep them healed. And obviously the wizards are just so important once you get them to level 5, and I was able to do a lot more damage to this guy and steal a lot more loot. And this is what I love. I love when somebody comes, tries to get some stuff from your base, leaves himself with way too much loot with what he made from you, and then you just come right back and hit him. It's probably my favorite part of the game. Just to finish off the wall hit points, Legos, which are going to be your level 9 walls, are strong as 6 mortars together, maxed out mortars nonetheless. And the strobe walls, which are your level 10s, the ones with the lava that shoots up in the air, they are as strong as 1 level 3 golem each. So like I was saying before about the walls, don't chintz out on the walls. They're expensive, they're annoying, you got to barch a lot to get enough money for them, but at least get your base completely to purple and try to get to the skulls, and that's really going to help out with level 6 giants and level 5 giants if you're Town Hall 8 or Town Hall 9 in order to stop them. Alright, so we're going to talk about what pieces of defense that you want to upgrade first that are going to matter the most. Now when you get into a new Town Hall, you get a couple pieces of defense always that you're going to want to get up to the same level that the rest of your defense is at. That's just going to be the smartest way of getting yourself kind of into the new Town Hall, settle yourself in so you can stop the next grouping of people that's going to come for you. And, you know, you want to stick to the wizard towers and the mortars really quick off the bat. They're going to do your splash damage, so they're going to take out the most possible defenses per shot, which is going to work out really well for you. And then it's very preference based after that. I tend to really enjoy going for the air defenses and the archer towers and the Teslas, because this is what's going to take down, you know, when people come with BAM or if they're coming with dragons during wartime. Now I got the Expos. And this is actually the only raid that my Expos will ever have with the gold base. I went from 1 to 2 and right from 2 to 3, and there was an overlapping of about a day for me to make the money. And this will be the only one with the gold Expo, which I'm really excited to see how the all blacks work when they get done upgrading. So I want to talk about the Tesla coils. Everyone hates paying for them and waiting for them, but they are a very strong asset to your base. They have the highest points per second that they deliver with damage at 99 with the brand new maxed out level 8s, and you can get them, you should definitely get them up to the gold nugget, if not into the coil. You can get them to the gold nuggets in Town Hall 8, and a lot of people don't do that. I did, a couple people in my clan did, and it really helps out with war when nobody expects them to come up, being so strong that they are. They fight dragons, they fight balloons, they take out the P.E.K.K.A.s so much faster than any other bit of defense. So you want to make sure that you always have at least 1 or 2 builders on a Tesla coil, because they're just such a strong piece, and you can't determine what someone's Teslas are going to be like at their base. So a lot of people estimate they're going to be lower than they are, and if you have really high ones, it's definitely going to give you a lot better chance to protect your loot and to save yourself during a war raid. So this is what I was talking about before about these anti-hog designs. They leave a lot of big open chambers, and if you use the level 6 giants, even the level 5 giants, or the go wipe strategy here, which you can accomplish this exact army composition that I'm using right now in Town Hall 8. I'm a Town Hall 9 here, so I have 10 extra troops, but you can run these same attacks against low underdeveloped Town Hall 9s and definitely Town Hall 8s that try to spread their base out, and you're gonna beat them so easily. So play around with your bases a little bit differently. Now that the updates here, everybody kind of has free range to fool around with their base and change the design, move their big bombs around, and see what the next trend or style is going to be. I have another video that I had put up, the original Dirty Jersey. It was kind of fun. I was just getting into putting the videos up, and I was expecting to have to change my base from Town Hall 8 when I got into Town Hall 9. I didn't think it was going to hold up. And the more I upgraded my defenses and the better the base held up, the more I realized that it really isn't the design. You don't have to have these symmetrical bases. You don't have to do all these anti-hog things. You can have the same little gimmicks and things inside the base with doing your own design. If anything, when your base is designed kind of funny looking, or change the shape of it a bit, it confuses people, and they're not used to fighting bases that look like that, and they're gonna spam their troops in the wrong spots, and you're just gonna have a better advantage to what you're doing. So definitely play around with your bases, have fun, drop some comments below, send some pictures on the email I have up there, and let me see some of the bases that you guys are working with. Alright guys, last piece of conversation is going to come to base coverage. I don't believe that the walls and the design are the most important part, but I do believe that the coverage has to be very well constructed. I always leave a wizard tower and a mortar close to my loot. Wizard tower is directly next to the gold. That's going to stop goblins, the Barch army, and the BAM. Only giants, hogs, stuff like that, and the only thing that's going to stop the giants and the hogs are going to be all the defense upgrading together. So you got to upgrade everything for it to be effective. Keep your dark elixir in the middle of your base, your clan castle unlurable to the middle as best as possible. I keep my big bombs 2 next to each other in 2 separate locations for the hogs, and the air defenses tucked as far away as you can. So that's really the way I run down the layout. Good luck with your base designs. Have fun with it. Play around with it. You'll find great success, and you don't need to go on the internet to check everything out. So subscribe, guys, and I'll be talking with you soon.